What is going on, my Super Sandwiches Geekdom here, and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super. I couldn't even finish it.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That
was beautiful. Everybody, how well did he do on that intro? Comment below.
I didn't even finish it, bro. Dragon Ball Super today. And, oh, man. Should we do it over again?
No, that was great. I like that. That's good.
All right. I should have just put my headphones down. All right. Anyways, so, like I was saying, today we're talking about 5 popular fan theories about what happened to Goku versus Frost in Dragon Ball Super. And joining me on this video is Rhymestyle, who I tried to emulate a minute ago and I guess succeeded.
Yeah, it was a pretty good job. It was a pretty good job.
But I wanted to get in the whole Dragon Ball Super. I wanted to accentuate that part, but that's okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through some of the comments that we've gotten on Twitter, Facebook, maybe not for you, but Twitter, Instagram. We've seen it on the comment section. 5 popular fan theories about what happened to Goku in his fight with Frost in Dragon Ball Super. Spoiler alert before we go any further, okay? If you don't know what we're talking about, turn the video off, or actually better, mute the video, let it play so our retention stays up. I know you love that trick. And I love it. Yeah, just mute it, let it play, minimize it. It's okay. But no, seriously. But we're going to talk about that. And we're going to try and debunk some of the ones that make no sense and educate some of or entertain some of the ones that I guess do make sense. So the first one I want to talk about, right? The first one we got to talk about is Hito. Okay, so the theory that was going around, Unreal talked about it on one of his videos, and I wanted to address it, was that during the fight with Goku and Frost, that we see Hito, who has not had his eyes open almost ever in this whole saga, he opens one of his eyes during the fight. I saw this. I think people are overanalyzing this, Dino.
They definitely are.
Yeah, I just saw it as, oh, this is interesting. Let me look. That's all I saw it as.
Exactly. Like, it's funny because we rewatched that clip and you were like, he's literally just watching the fight. And that's all it is. I mean, there's nothing that says that Hito is doing some kind of special attack, number one. Number two, he doesn't seem like the kind of character that would jump in and be like, hey, let me help you out. He seems dangerous and different as the other characters in Universe 6, but that's something he wouldn't do. On top of that, it's cheating. Like, I mean, they're very adamant about the rules in this tournament, and the last thing they would do is cheat. Because think about that, because that would just create a big fight between Beerus and Team Universe 6, and they wouldn't set that up.
And plus, yeah, exactly, the interference. I mean, there's people saying that Champa's cheating. I don't think he's cheating. Will he cheat? It's possible, but we haven't seen that yet. So, and it would seem like something Champa would do. Just it's too soon to even think. But you know what? Beerus would cheat too. You know, they got to.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, the gods themselves would cheat, but I feel like the characters themselves on the Team Universe 6 and 7 wouldn't. So Goku, Piccolo, Monaka wouldn't do it, but, you know, same thing with Magetta, Botamo, Frost, Hito. Like, they're not going to do it either. So, but as far as the gods, I can see the gods doing it, but not the fighters themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Now, the next theory I wanted to touch on is the food poisoning theory. Now, there's a theory
I talked about this one, yeah.
Yeah, you've talked about it, but I want to talk about it with you here. The food poisoning theory, now there's 2 theories that go along with this. One is that the food that Chi-Chi gave Goku was kind of like, it just wasn't well cooked, and food poisoning is a very real thing, and even though Goku's this super-powered alien, he might still get food poisoning. Okay, that somewhat makes sense. I can entertain that one. But the other theory I heard was that the egg that Champa gave him is what made him sick. The reason why this makes no sense at all is because Goku and Vegeta were in the Room of Spirit and Time for 3 years. You cannot tell me that they created an egg that will make you sick in 3 years. You know, how many shits do you take in 1 year, okay? Yeah. Goku and Vegeta took several shits in the Room of Spirit and Time in 3 years. I don't think that's what it was. Plus, why didn't Vegeta get sick? No, I think,
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Initially, I brought up the idea of the whole food poisoning possibility just because when you're looking at situations that happen in Dragon Ball, you have to look at every single angle. You can't just look at one thing and be like, yep, this is what happened. You have to look at every single possibility and then prepare for the next episode to see what actually happened. In this situation, we are most likely, we could probably all agree that Frost has something to do with it, but at the same time, I want to toss something else out there, and food poisoning or something he ate was one. But to debunk that, why didn't Vegeta get sick? Because he probably ate just as much food as Goku did. So he should be getting sick too. So should Piccolo. So should everybody who was on the cube. So food poisoning most likely isn't the case here.
Number 3 on the list is the one that kind of infuriates me the most, to be honest with you, and that is
Not that. Save that for last. Save that for last.
Okay, we'll
Let's
save
talk
it.
about the evil aura.
All right, the evil. All right, fine. At that whatever order. These are in no particular order, guys. Evil aura. Okay, now do you have that comment pulled up that you read to me a few minutes ago before we started recording? Because I wanted you to kind of read that so we can analyze it.
Let me just read this real fast. I can't see who actually left this comment, but this was left a long time ago, actually, almost a week ago, 10 days ago, actually, at the time we're recording this.
What a visionary.
It was a long time ago. But the comment says, Frost is actually evil. He has the ability to manipulate his aura to confuse his opponent. When he shook Goku's hand, he actually confused Goku's energy. Goku went only Super Saiyan, but didn't realize he wasn't a god, and then Goku lost. Not because Frost was stronger, but because Goku wasn't feeling right. Now, apparently, the person who left this comment works for Toei or something, and we've heard this kind of question or comment all the time. It's like, yeah, my brother works at Toei.
Sure.
Listen, when it comes down to animation companies, they do this stuff on the fly. So, for starters, 10 days ago, this wouldn't have technically, well, actually, it might have existed. It might have been in production, but still, this doesn't leak out. When it comes down to like anime leaks at companies like Toei, it doesn't ever happen, ever. Think about it. How many times has something leaked and been true?
The other thing too is you have to understand more about Japanese culture. One of the reasons why it's very difficult and why it was very difficult for us to get like footage of Resurrection F and Battle of Gods while it was in theaters is because the Japanese are not like us. See, us here in this country, when a movie comes out, it'll leak to the internet almost the first week it's out because somebody goes to the movie with a camcorder. The Japanese, we see clips here and there, but we never see a full on leak because the Japanese as a culture really aren't about that. The Japanese don't go in there and take the USB or the reel or whatever and actually copy the films like we do because we're slimy Americans in this country. I'm kidding, but I'm also not kidding because I'm just saying the Japanese don't do that. And that's kind of it. Like if you work for Toei, you might get a leak here and there, but you sure as hell are not going to get no leak in a freaking YouTube comment section, all right? If somebody's going to get a leak from Toei, it's going to be somebody who's like I'm not gonna name no names, but it's gonna be some. If you and I are gonna get inside information, it's gonna be from somebody who just watch the Icons interviews. All right, one of those guys. One of those guys. Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah,
it ain't gonna be from some random guy. Yeah, so my dad works for Toei. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will give them. I will say one last thing. I will give them credit because that's a very creative. Very creative idea.
It's by far probably the most creative comment or theory we've seen yet. Yes. The other thing I want to toss out there is. No, Frost isn't evil. He's the complete opposite. I mean, look at his character. Look at Universe 6. Look at his achievements. He's won 3 Nobel Prizes, which is like the Nobel Peace Prize in Universe 6. He's won 3 Nobel Prizes. So if he was actually evil, why would he be stopping wars and stuff like that? Is he like just trying to like build up an army to like switch sides? No, there's no way. It's just very unlikely. I mean, maybe he has an ability to confuse aura. I don't want to say that that's not the case. But at the same time, him being evil, I just got to throw that opinion or throw that idea into the trash can.
Yeah, I don't think he's evil either. I mean, yeah, the whole Nobel Peace thing kind of killed that one. Now the next one is the one that I feel is the most plausible and probably the actual answer, and that is Frost's ability. Super JAYAIN did a video about it, and so did Unreal Entertainment Gaming. So check them out whenever you get a chance. Yeah, and you did one too? Okay, because you do a lot of videos. But so, yeah, you did. That's right. I did see it. So, okay, the video is that, or the idea is that Frost, when he punched Goku, people were like zooming in on the animation.
The dots? You see the dots?
There's like a dot there. Yeah, he
has them on both arms too.
It was like he injected him with like poison or something. That's pretty much the theory, right? That's pretty much what it is, that he injected him with some kind of poison.
Yep. And the other thing to toss out there is I just watched the sub version this morning. So obviously I didn't understand this when I watched it live on Saturday, but I watched the sub version this morning. And in the outro, you know how Goku's character jumps in and says, "Hey guys," in the next episode. Well, before he said that, he just says that ability was really, really weird. So he kind of says that it was a weird ability that got him knocked out. So does that kind of further prove that possibly it was Frost?
Yeah, exactly. And that's it. When Goku said that, see, I didn't even pick up on that because when I was watching the next episode preview, I was too excited over Piccolo doing that multi-form special beam cannon, right? So I was just like,
badass.
Oh, man, that has to be a technique in the game. All this stuff like makes me like drool for the new games coming out now.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. That's pretty much the theory. And I think that is what it is, that Frost did some kind of technique to infect Goku with a virus or something. I don't know. So Right? I mean, that's it, right?
That's the one I'm gonna stick with. I mean, I know I made my video where I talked about possibilities like the food, but the more I think about it, the more I see the. I mean, you saw a little flash when he connected the attack. You saw dots on his arms. On top of that, he smirked afterwards. It's like, all right, this is my opportunity. So I don't know if it happened there or if it happened some point in the fight prior to it, but I think Frost did something.
The only thing that threw me off is that when he eliminated Goku, he was like kind of surprised, but maybe he was just kind of tired. That's kind of my theory on that.
Yeah, that's the only thing to question in this situation. That's the one thing that makes me like not 100% confirmed or sure that this is what actually led to the fight and the way it did.
All right.
The final theory.
Oh boy, this is a headache inducing. Okay, the final theory is that Goku threw the fight. The Twitter's been blowing up about this. All right, and all right. First of all, they're saying that Goku winked at Frost and then went down. That there's a difference between a wink and a wince. All right, when you're hurt, when you stub a toe, or when you step on a nail, you don't wink, you wince. But it looks kind of similar. Okay. Excuse Toei for the animation not being the best. Maybe if they had the A-Team, it would have been different. But the idea that Goku threw the fight is legitimately, I'm not going to be mean here, but some of you guys got to read the manga and watch the anime again, watch Kai, watch Dragon Ball in Japanese, whatever, because to understand Goku's character, Goku, and the thing that people are throwing at us now is, well, Goku wouldn't be the first time that Goku, surrendered for somebody else. It's like, no. The reason why Goku surrendered to Cell and allowed Gohan to fight him is because Goku knew that he could not beat Cell and that Gohan could, and he was right, because that's exactly what happened. This is not that case. Goku was defeating Frost handedly without even going to God form. Why would you throw a fight? The guy who likes fighting more than sexual intercourse, why would he throw a fight and allow somebody else to compete when he's having the time of his life in there? Do you not understand Goku's character? I'm sorry. Like Chris Sabat said in the interview I did with him, the dub fucked up. Goku is not a noble hero. He is a selfish prick. He loves his family. He's not going to
talk about that real fast, actually, because I remember I made a video about this a long time ago, and people are still kind of in disbelief. There was actually an interview that came out, I believe it was 1998, somewhere in the late 90s or early 2000s, where they asked Toriyama about the series. And the one thing that he said is he didn't like how the anime portrayed Goku as a goody two-shoes or a heroic image. Goku's selfish. He is a selfish character, but we don't really see that because we don't pay attention to when we watch it. Like when we watch Dragon Ball, we think, oh, he's a hero. But if you actually think about it, the way Toriyama designed him is he just loves to fight. And everything he's ever done in the series has been pretty selfish. Giving Cell a senzu bean, not killing Frieza so he can fight him again, wishing for Kibu to be reincarnated so he can fight him again. Like, this guy just cares about fighting.
That's all he...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing. And why would he... Again, he was beating Frost. Why would he give it up? It makes no sense. He threw the fight for Piccolo. Because, him and Piccolo are like BFFs now. Come on, bro. Like, use you guys critical thinking. I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm just saying. Goku did not throw the fight. All right? He did not throw the fight. And really, the theory about Frost having the holes in his knuckles or whatever, that seems to make the most sense.
Yeah. Yep.
And plus, there's absolutely no evidence that Goku's going to fight again. There's all that talk about Goku might come back and fight. There's no evidence he's going to fight again. So
there's no evidence yet, but I still kind of believe that this is not the end of Goku. I want to toss it out there.
I mean, it's possible. It's just that we don't have any evidence to it yet. But we'll see.
Or we might, the tournament might not even end, and we'll have an interruption or something that will lead into more fights. But I feel like it's not the last of Goku, but for now it is.
This thing's getting rushed, bro. But we'll see. I'm a little worried about it because I feel like it's going a little too fast, but I'm open-minded. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section about these 5 theories, and let us know if you have any other theories. Either way, we're probably going to find out in a few days when Super airs, so definitely leave your comments as fast as you can. You don't want to wait. And also, if you're watching this video after the next episode of Super airs, were we right? And were we great prognosticators or were we fools? Find out, I guess, when that airs. But everybody, of course,
find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Super.
That was a great ending. But before we end it, go check out Dino Rhymestyle's channel. I'll put the link down below. I'm sure most of you probably are already subbed. I'm fairly sure of this. But still, if you're not, the 2% of you or 1%, go check it out. Like milk, bro. 1 or 2%. Anyways, we'll catch you down the road.
Peace.